All right, guys, we're dropping down one box because he hasn't yet picked which box he wants to use and hasn't even built a nest yet. She's going to be on an egg here pretty soon, so I'm getting a little upset with my boy here. But we'll figure him out. No worries. I'll build a nest for him so she can lay and he'll maintain it depending on which box he wants to use. But I have to say, guys, this is one of the birds I'm most excited to talk about. You guys know this bird. He's been in my loft since 17, since I've started. He is, in fact, one of my very first race winners. Him and Raven were on the winning drop on the 300, my very first race. He simply walked in 0.5 seconds behind Raven. Raven took the win from him. But in my opinion, both these birds are winning birds. And since Raven is no longer with us, he is the bird that moves forward. And I think the reason I'm so attached to him more than any is he's one of my last original birds that I still have from when I wasn't racing. So when I wasn't racing, like anybody else, when you don't race, you just accumulate birds that you think are good, and a lot of times you find out that they're actually not good once you actually start racing. But he is, in fact, one of the last ones that I have. I bred his parents myself. It wasn't something I got from my uncle. It wasn't something I got from anybody else. It's birds that I've had over the years. And again, he happened to win that 300 for me, and ever since then, he's really been. I've had a real emotional attachment to this bird, and for good reason. His children are winning races. His children's children are now winning races. Gingerbread Man has not failed me. In almost every year that he's bred, he's either bred a winner, or his children that I've sent out happen to breed winners in the following year. So he's not just a pretty bird. He's not just my favorite because he's been here the longest and he's a personal pet. He is a producer, and his children are breeding winners. And hopefully soon his children's children are breeding winners. So we'll see. He again, I'm really excited about this pair in general because this year I decided to put him over some of the 155 stuff. This hen here is a granddaughter of the 155. Her her father, was a son of the 155, and he was a classic race winner. So he won the classic race in 2015 or 16. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the information. Winning the grand prize, I think, of around $12,000. She is a direct daughter off of that bird, and he was the direct son off of the 155. She was a gift from, again, one of my best friends and mentors. So I can continue on with his 155 line, and that's why I'm most excited to put this pair together. Gingerbread Man, like I said a few minutes ago, he's bred winners even this year, or let's say the last year, because we are in the new year. My very first race winner, 1002, was his daughter, the very first youngster that he bred out of the year. I think she was in my thumbnail on one of my videos past where I had a bull with two red youngsters. That was Gingerbread Man's babies, and she was a race winner right out the bull. Very first pair of babies I bred, 1 and 2. She happened to be 1002. So he's done it. He's done it for me almost every year. He breeds really nice birds, quality-wise, color-wise. So it's both performance and they're pretty. And again, maybe I'm overthinking it a little bit, I guess. But he's my boy. It's one of the birds I would be really hard pressed to part with. I think it would take a lot for me to get rid of this bird because of that sentimental value. And maybe I'm getting off topic here, guys. It's just another pair of birds. He's really not any better than any other bird. I have plenty of birds in here who have bred winners who are now grandparents to winning birds. So in reality, performance-wise, I have equal performance. He has this connection. I have this connection with him. He's my bird. And again, I'm excited this year to put him over the 155 stuff. I want to increase the distance. His youngsters have been good from 100 to about 300. And a lot of our big competition here, some of the big money races, and I'm not promoting money races, but what I'm saying is money races bring out a lot of competition. And I want to be able to compete at that level, and I took a second place the year before, winning the second place prize. So I want to get his youngsters, Gingerbread Man youngsters, into that 350 to 400 class, and I believe I can do it by adding him over the 155 stuff. Last year I bred him on some Hubins, and he of course bred a winner at 130 miles. So I want to increase that distance, and I want to start stocking a few sons and daughters off of Gingerbread Man moving forward with. So far, I think I don't know why I do this to myself, but every youngster that I've had off of Gingerbread Man, I've handed out. Even the race winners, I've given out to guys who are starting lofts because I want to put them on. So what I think could be some really good foundation birds, and I haven't kept any for myself, and I'm starting to kick myself in the ass a little bit because I'd love to have a daughter off of him or a son off of him to put onto something else, and not just rely on Gingerbread Man to continue the line. So this year or the upcoming year, I am going to hold back the youngsters, whether they do good or bad. I am going to hold a few back and move them over, again, of different birds. Maybe move them over some Chris stuff, maybe move them over some an additional 155 stuff. So again, I've done it to myself, and I don't regret it because I know where the birds are, and I'm more than happy to have given these birds away. Because I don't ever regret that decision. I'm just saying I should have kept a few for myself because I only have him, and if I am to lose him, I lose everything about him, and I don't want to do that. He's getting older. He's a 2017, and he's hurt his wing. I think he broke it at some point, so he's having a hard time flying around. So at any moment I can walk in here and he could be dead, and I hope that's not the case ever. I want him to retire in this loft, so to speak. So I am going to hold a few youngsters back, but again, here we are. It's a 6-minute video. I'm going to cut it short. Pair number 6, guys, Gingerbread Man and the 104 hen. We'll see how they do. Probably the pair I'm most excited about this year, and hope you guys are too. We'll see how they do, guys. Pair number 6.